Hi, I'm Diana Carrero, Global Makeup Artist for Mary Kay, and I'm going to show you some tips on foundations. So Kirsten, what's your biggest makeup issue? I mean, the thing that really gets you frustrated.
I think I definitely have to say foundation.
Really?
Yeah, I can never get the right shade. Like, I've tried a ton of them and every brand has different shades and it's just so hard to find that.
Okay, so foundation is an issue for you, and then to take it a step further, contouring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few tips on foundation and contouring, because even women who have been wearing makeup for years find it difficult. So let me help you learn a few of the basics of foundation and some advanced techniques as well.
Oh, definitely. Yay.
Okay, so when you're selecting a foundation, there are a few tips that you need to keep in mind. You want to keep your skin type in mind. You want to make sure that you choose the coverage that you need and also the finish that you desire.
Okay.
Normal to oily skin types can benefit from a mineral powder foundation, which is a natural finish, or a matte liquid foundation, which has a matte finish and is great for special occasions, especially when the photography is going to be done. Normal to dry skin can really benefit from the CC cream, which is my absolute favorite and the one I actually wear. You can also wear the Luminous Wear foundation. That will just bounce back light and gives you a glorious luminous finish. Or again, we can go back to the mineral powder foundation because it's a very light buildable coverage. If you need really good coverage, that's when you want to go to our cream to powder, which provides a matte finish.
Wait, so what about picking the perfect shade? How would I go about doing that the right way?
Okay, well this is a good question, because unlike color cosmetics that you can happily pick your lovely colors online, unless you've already purchased and know your shade from an in-person purchase, you really shouldn't be buying foundation online. So this is where Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant can really help you choose the right shade. She'll ask you the right questions and pick the perfect match for you. So now to application. First thing we want to do is always make sure that your skin is really well prepped. You want to make sure you're moisturized, and we want to make sure that you have your primer on. So you've already got all that stuff on, so let's just go right ahead, right into our foundation. I've chosen Ivory 5 because of your warm undertones. You want to use a liquid foundation brush, and Mary Kay has a great one. Start in the middle of your face because that's typically where you need the most coverage, right? Just blend, blend, blend out toward the hairline and the jawline. Then what I like to do is I like to take a mineral powder foundation brush and buff over everything I've done. It really gives you that gorgeous airbrushed effect. The flat bristles of this brush really blend well. Once that's all done, that's when I apply concealer, just to the areas that might need a bit more coverage, like under the eye area, maybe around the nose, or the odd blemish. You want to conceal it the same shade, or maybe just a little bit lighter than your skin tone. I use my ring finger or my pinky to just gently tap it into the skin. Then I dust a little translucent powder over the face to set the foundation. Okay, how does that look?
Wow, that looks so much better than the way I do it. I feel like I use twice as much concealer.
And I think that's the thing. It doesn't really take a lot. You just need a little bit, and it's a common mistake. Women overdo their foundation, and then it starts to look cakey, which can age you. So we don't want to do that. You can use just a small amount, and you'll get a really lovely coverage. So now let's try something really different. Let's try a contoured look, and I'm going to use 3 foundation shades instead of the normal 1. So since I've already applied your regular foundation, one that you would wear every day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a foundation that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than your regular foundation, and one that's 2 shades, maybe 1 to 2 shades darker than your regular foundation. Okay? So remember those highlights in the face that we talked about earlier? We're going to apply it right there. So I'm just going to add a few stripes of color, and then I'm going to do a bit of a V right here. Now the next step, I'm going to use the darker foundation, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the dark foundation right along the hairline in just a few little dots. I'm going to add it to the temples and just under the cheekbones. Now to finish, if we want, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, we can contour the sides of your nose just to give it a little bit sharper finish, just like that, on either side of the nose and down around the tip. Now let me show you how to turn this into a real work of art. What we're going to do is we're going to take our Mary Kay sponge, and I've dampened it just a little bit, and now I'm going to start to blend, and this is really where it starts to happen. So I'm just dabbing, and I'm going to start with our lightest color because I want to be sure that the brush, the sponge is nice and clean. So we're just dabbing, no swiping. I really want to keep the color where I put it. So you can see already that we've just highlighted the face. I know, it's
Even
great.
Just then.
Now we're going to go and we're going to start to blend in the darker color. Now this is where you just need to take your time. Don't be afraid and just keep blending and blending and blending until you've got a nice, even coverage. And people want to rush this step all the time, but really you just want to blend, blend, blend. And take your time. And remember, it's a more advanced type of contouring. And you see how I'm blending it up? Just up, up, up into the hairline.
Oh yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Right? Because we don't want to get it back down on here, because this is where we really want those highlights, right?
Oh, okay.
So we're just blending up, up, up. Okay, so you've taken your time and you've really blended that in with your damp sponge. To finish it off, what we're going to do is we're going to gently brush over the whole face, and we're just going to buff the edges together. Once we've got that done, we're going to set the whole thing with our translucent powder. I'm using our translucent powder brush, and I'm just going to very lightly powder over those areas just to set the whole thing. So, how do you feel?
Well, honestly, I feel like a celebrity. I think I can do this and pull it off.
Of course you can. Remember this tip. It's really simple. Take your time, blend well, and always check your finished face in good light. Makeup isn't complicated, doesn't have to be. It's about experimenting and having fun. With a little practice, anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it.